thrust in Jamaica right now for persons to actually take up the offer of consuming tilapia as food fish, consuming tilapia like in the 90s and the 80s as a fish to actually get your protein. There's a lot of advertisement by Jamaican government.
Perfect opportunity to increase import substitution.
Right? What I can't understand is that why can't there be in some thrust to get the local tilapia fish food market be supplied, right, with feed that does not give you several different issues.
Local industry is regulated and supported by the government to ensure quality standards. Aquaculture, especially that of tilapia, can fill the gap in the health-conscious demand for quality seafood products. Its firm texture and mild flavor makes it ideal for a variety of cooking methods. Tilapia also offers several attractive benefits for the householder and food service providers. Its high appeal and high profit as a center-of-the-plate item. Menu versatility, as tilapia works well with many different flavor profiles. The fact that it is low in calorie and fat for healthy menu applications. It is free of saturated fats, high in omega-3 fatty acids, a good source of protein for weight management, a natural fish which originated in Africa.
For example, I change water within my fish pond. Well, yes, it is a 270 gallon tote fish pond, right? I have fingerlings here, I have juveniles here, and I have also I have uh brood stock over this side. Guys, I changed this water 4 days ago, and the water right now is discolored and stink. Right. In addition to that guys, this is a local produced Jamaica tilapia fish feed. Right. In addition to that, right, the pump that actually I use to um, oxygenate my tilapia pond is constantly being clogged by debris from the fish feed. All of this debris, guys, and I have to be doing this like every 5 days to unclog it by washing it out, pulling it apart, turn it down, right, pulling it apart, right, so as to ensure that my fish do not die, I lose stock, right, and I can continue with my passive income. Why is it that Jamaican government can't help us as well? You see, the large tilapia fish farmers, they can import their feed, their extruded feed by trailer loads, right? And when they do the economics of it, they can still sell um, their fish, their their locally, I call it, grown fish and harvested fish in Jamaica at a price in which it is competitive on the market, right? So us as small tilapia fish farmers have to go through this because we have to be um, depending on, yeah, all this is messed up from locally grown tilapia fish feed, right? All of this all of these guys points us to the need for help. Person might be saying, but why government has to do with this? What government has to do with this? Okay, alright, follow me now. In Jamaica, you have a lot of passive income earners in agriculture. Some persons do small farming. Some persons do, raise a little chicken at the back of the yard, and some persons actually raise fish. And the production, or should I say, the keep and care of these fish and the selling of these fish is what actually generate income. So no, well, I am a passive tilapia fish farmer, right? So it is important for the quality of feed, which gives you good flow rate, which gives you good water quality, which gives you good feed production. End up, it end up being a successful business. Alright. Now, as far as I see, which is not going good right here. It's coming on. Alright, so the locally produced fish feed, right? Encourages my filter tub to be like this, and this is the filter box that's at the top, right? I just changed it a while ago. It encourages my filter box to be like this, probably every 7 days, right? And no, guys, it's not that I have too many fish in the space. It's just that the composition of the feed is just not good. So as a result of that, the bio breakdown of the fish of the feed that the fish doesn't eat makes it very bad for the water quality, changing the pH and resulting in a spike in ammonia within the water. So if not managed properly, the fish will eventually die. I am an academic, right? I have my certificate in education, right? This is a passive income for me. I don't really need this for, what I call it now, for my main tool, survival. It's a passive income, an extra income on the side, right? This now is dedicated to the Ministry of Agriculture in Jamaica, the Jamaican government, right? Now, just like how I have my fish stuff around here, in which I breed and keep and trade fish, you also have some persons in Jamaica who actually deals with tilapia on this scale. They sell it from the back of the yard, just like when they have chickens. Persons would buy like 4 dozen or 5 dozen chickens. They call them chicken small farmers rearing chicken, white fowl, right? And they will sell it 2 dozen or 3 dozen fowl like once every 6 weeks, right? Now you have persons like that in tilapia, right? And one of the discouraging thing for them, guys, is not being able to get the feed that will actually put them at the level where in which they can actually sell at a regular basis. I just shared it to you a while ago, the pump and the filtration, right? Now I shared it to you how inside of the pump or inside of the filter box look, right? Now this has to be done. That's the washing, right? Has to be done at least once every 2 weeks, because the space is just stink. The locally produced fish feed is good in the sense that it whenever you consume the fish, you can feel some amount of fat, and the muscles are a little bit thicker than the Aquamax, at least the one that I purchased, right? Now picture this, guys. If the normal tilapia fish farmer in Jamaica, the backyard tilapia fish farmer, goes to the internet and purchase tilapia fish feed, they will purchase tilapia fish feed over the internet. When it comes and clear and everything, it would cost an average of about 22 to about probably between $17,000 and $22,000 for you to get that bag, one single bag. And that one single bag probably depends on how much you have, how much fish you have, might vary between 1 to 3 months. Now, guys, this is not able to sustain the fish farm or the fish setup for the entire duration, and the likelihood of the fish farmer, the small fish farmer like myself, of making back that $20,000 in one go, right, so that they can purchase more, is kind of slim, because we're talking about small fish farmers who use the proceeds of the fish farm, right, the profit, so to pay the light bill, to buy food, to send the kids to school, to do other things around the space, plus to restock their fish stock, right. It would be good if the government could facilitate the establishing of a public-private partnership of fish feed production within Jamaica, which makes it much easier for fish farmers to actually access feed that will be able to sustain their fish farm. Now, Hypo has been trying, and nothing must be taken away from them. But we have discovered over the years that the feed that is manufactured in Jamaica by Hypo, the quality is not where it ought to be. Right? They have been trying, and persons have still been buying their feed because they have no other alternative. In purchasing a pound of feed for, let's say, $80 a pound versus, and they don't sell less than a bag of feed for which have about probably 45 kg in it, for about $22,000 on average. In Jamaica, I think they would go for the $80 a pound one. Probably when you check up that, I think Hypro bag feed costs roughly about, I don't, it's less than $5,000. So $5,000 versus $22,000. You know the dynamics of that, right, guys? So if it is possible, a public-private partnership in expanding the tilapia fish farming through equitable and sustainable fish feed production would be excellent in pushing the tilapia fish farming ahead. Right now, I changed the water for this pond 4 days ago. I just washed out the pump, right, on the box, right. Now this will have to be changed again the next 4 days, because remnants of the feed that I fed them is still lingering, and I can still smell the remnants of the feed that suggests that the ammonia level within the pond has risen. So the only thing I can do now is just to sit and wait on the water that I have stored on my house top to be I call it now free from chlorine, so that I can actually drop the water level a particular level and I can refill the space. And this, guys, will increase the rate in which I pay for water going forward. So I want to cut my water bit, right? And if I feed them the extruded fish feed, it won't melt in the water like that. Whatever the fish doesn't consume, it still floats. And then now what happens is that I'm able to actually scoop it up with a net. So therefore, buyer load within the pond will actually be less. I think I've spoken enough now, guys. Have a wonderful day. Yeah, I'm just concerned, not only for myself, but also for other small tilapia fish farmers in Jamaica who want to do this project, who wants to, enhance the production of tilapia as a go-to protein source. As I say, it is a real fish, it is a good fish, it is a nutritious fish, but how tilapia fish farmers are treated, no man, only the big wigs alone get benefit. In putting this video together, I went on the internet, I went on the JIS YouTube channel. JIS, for those persons who are watching from overseas, refers to Jamaica Information Service. It's a government body that actually is like it advertises or it promotes government initiatives, right? Of lately, there has been a trust, as I shared with you before, for the promotion of the consumption of tilapia, and that is just what it is, the consumption of tilapia food fish. And guys, if you notice, on the JIS YouTube channel, promoting tilapia are the larger, or should I say the big wigs in tilapia fish farming in Jamaica, right? Now these big wigs are there promoting tilapia as the go-to protein source because Jamaicans actually consume a lot of protein, right? You notice that they have been talking about the registration of tilapia fish farmers and all that, and the emphasis is on consumption, right? Uh, little little effort is being placed, although some, but little effort is being placed on the what I call it now, the production of tilapia food fish, right? It's about the consumption, right? So not much emphasis is done on the training of persons for tilapia production. Not much effort is being made regarding tilapia fish feed, right? And quality. It is shared in several videos in which they produce that you should actually consume tilapia. Tilapia is the go-to fish. Easier to, it offers a bland like taste that you can actually flavor it to any flavor that you like, right? It's also cheap, it's accessible, and you can actually find it in Jamaica very easily. Well, same thing as accessible, right? There are several tilapia fish farmers in Jamaica, but they are only probably, I can probably count on probably my two hands, right? How many large, I mean I say large, I mean like fish farmers that have like 3 acre, 4 acre, 5 acre tilapia fish farm ponds, right? There are several tilapia fish keepers, or should I, yeah, food fish keepers like myself that have like, they have mostly have totes, right? And vats like 2000, they have large vats, but they are really organized, and within their community they actually go about keeping and breeding and trading in tilapia, right? Limitations are there regarding accessing mixed stock tilapia, right? Limitations are there regarding accessing mixed stock tilapia. I shared that in a video before a few days ago where I talk about why mixed stock tilapia is really not really available. Rather I talk about all that, right? And I agree with the precursor to that. I agree with the argument. But when you look deeper into it, you realize that the regulating authority, which is the Agriculture Ministry Fisheries Authority, right? It's kind of regulating how many persons actually become a tilapia fish keeper. Because when you look at the accessibility of feed, when you look at the accessibility of mixed stock, when you look at accessibility of several things, you realize that it's not accessible to the small fish farmer, right? It's very difficult. It's like you're competing against a giant, and that giant, to compete against that giant, you require a lot of money. Now, if you look at the clips that I have actually inserted in this video, you realize that it's all about consumption. I shared that today already. Consumption, not production. I leave the argument open for you to share your input as to what you think. Now, the inserts that I have actually placed in this video are from one of the videos that have been produced by Jamaica Information Service, JIS, in Jamaica. You can find it by just typing in JIS on YouTube, and you'll see a lot of production there. It speaks about government policies, it speaks about government, what they are actually doing. But just look at the tilapia type of videos, branded videos, and you'll see what I'm talking about regarding where is the door for small tilapia fish farmers. Best Dressed Chicken and Jamaica Broilers do offer opportunities for small chicken farmers, right? And also other kind of like cattle farmers, right? They purchase stuff from them so as to ensure that they are always supplied. Well, the companies are always supplied with chickens, right? In which they will always be applauded for that, because the small man have 2 dozen, 4 dozen, 5 dozen chicken, they do a kill or probably even 10 dozen, right? And you know they do a kill meaning that they actually harvest the chicken, process them and sell them to the company, and the company, you know, they have their process in which they go about vetting to see whether or not these chicken are up to standards. And you know, they don't lose. Guys, I leave this for you. Which of the arguments stand firm? Are we consumers or producers? Or producers and consumers? Or just producers? As far as tilapia fish farming is concerned. Let me know. Sorry for making this video too long, but I just had to share this piece with you. Peace out. Bye bye.